Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Roots and Refuge. I'm not at the farm, obviously. I'm at my office. I just came by here because I have a vlog ready for you guys to watch today, but I needed to make an announcement. So I came here to show you our new stickers. Yes, stickers are back. They're available at our website, rootsandrefuge.com. We have a new artist that we're featuring this month. She actually designed these stickers several months ago, reached out to me. We had just torn this space completely apart. So we've had this office for about a year or so, and we were just shipping stickers out of here, but we decided to remake it to do the podcast and everything. And so we're just now getting back into shipping stickers again now that we can actually organize our inventory. So on the shop, we have our new artist's stickers. Her name is Lena Quagliato. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting her in person when I was at Baker Creek a few months ago. She came up and talked to me, and she brought me actually some of the stickers then, and I knew that I wanted to feature her first whenever we were able to open the sticker shop back up, because I love what she did. So I'm going to quickly take these through for you. Let's see. So the first one says, I have seeds and I know how to use them. This says so much potential, which I think is really cute. These are very garden themed. Here, beauty is so fueling. You can see it's so beautiful with little strawberry blessings on it. Here is this, I really love this. This says, what is in your hand? And it's Exodus 4:2. So that's from a devotional video from a while ago, but just talking about using what's in your hand. That kind of goes back into turning your waiting room into a classroom. Happy birthday, little guy. That's adorable. Here, the grass is greener where you fertilize it. I think that is really cute. That looks like Freya on that. Here, the nature's palette. This is cool. It's showing the different colors, and of course it has the blue butterfly piece on it. And then I love that she did this. So all of our artists usually do a sunflower because that's our logo, and she did one where the petals are actually sunflower seeds. So those are Lena's stickers. We also have some of our t-shirt designs brought into stickers, like the different veggies and flowers, Roots Refuge Farm, Eat Real Food, and I dropped this one. I am a frost ender flower. Got to bring that one in. So these are all listed individually as well as in a pack where you can get a discount. We also have magnet grab bags right now where you can get 4 mystery magnets for $10. And whenever you go to rootsandrefuge.com, you'll see some of our older designs are listed individually in stickers as well. So go check that out. I'll put a link down below. We appreciate you guys so much. This is such a fun way to start conversations with people when you've got, garden and homestead related stickers on your water bottle or your laptop. I know that I personally stick them on lots of things, and it does open up a lot of conversations, as well as we really appreciate it. It really does help us do what we do. So anyway, link below. Let's watch the vlog. What do you think, Bear? Hey guys, good morning. Bought guineas at the farmer's market this morning. This morning I got up and I went to, there's a little local farm store, I think less than 10 minutes from my house, called Sylvan Farms, and they've been hosting a farmer's market on Saturday mornings. I got up this morning and didn't have anything else going on, so I took my kids and we went to check it out. A friend of ours has a booth there. We wanted to support her, and a lady was there selling these guineas, and she had 9 guinea keats that are 6 weeks old, fully feathered out, and they were $50 including the cage, which is a really good deal for guineas, especially that are past the incredibly fragile stage of the first week or so. And I called Maya to ask him his thoughts, and he didn't answer because he was here working with the farrier because Haley lost one of her shoes, and so I decided to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Thankfully, after I had handed the lady the $50, he actually texted me back and said for me to decide that he didn't care. Hey Fern! What's up, Fernie Mac? How are you, girly? Hey baby, will you open the door? I was thinking we could put these in with the meat chickens. Do you think they're too small? I mean, do you approve of my purchase?
Yeah. I'll let you have a wild Saturday.
So actually, the lady who I bought these from, this is living in a small town. She's my friend Hannah's neighbor. So Hannah's who I got my cow from, Hope, and it's kind of cool when you know people. I also know that she has a healthy farm and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these birds in with my meat chickens. Had I bought them from like a complete stranger, I don't know that I would necessarily do that, but the brooder room, though, is the safest place for these birds. Here's our Cornish crosses. They've quadrupled since the last time you've seen them, which was just a few weeks, not even a few weeks ago, like a week and a half ago. The thing with guineas is they are extremely, they roam a lot. So buying grown guineas does not always work out because they'll just leave. Guinea Keats, in my experience, this may not be everybody's experience, but I've hatched out a lot of birds, and in my experience, Guinea Keats, when they're first hatched, are just extremely fragile. We've had a really hard time with brooding them. Now our chicken numbers are really great. We've gotten to our turkey numbers being pretty good. We can keep ducks alive. I mean, ducks are really easy, but we have always had a hard time with guineas. So we prefer with guineas, which we've not had any guineas here in South Carolina at this farm, but we have found that we have more success with raising guineas when you can brood them with chickens when they're little. We found that they live better. You have better numbers, especially if you start out from day-old Keats. I'm not really worried about these guys being fragile. They're fully feathered out, but I am putting them in with these chickens just because I would like for them to maybe view these chickens as their flock. Now these are meat chickens. They're going to be butchered when they're 10 weeks old. The guineas will live a lot longer than that. They will wander the farm. But my hope is that they can be attached enough to these meat chickens that essentially they'll learn not to leave our farm. There you go. Guineas have actually been on our list to get. So I made an agreement with Jeremiah a long time ago that I would not just randomly bring home animals without talking to him, because I did actually do that multiple times. And honestly, it wasn't good stewardship. It wasn't wise. And so I joke about like forgiveness and permission, but it's really just an honor thing that like he takes care of the animals. So instead of just bringing home a bunch and handing them over being like, hey, here's another job I didn't ask you if you were willing to do, I like to ask him. We had discussed getting guineas, but again, because we had a hard time hatching them out ourselves and having like lower hatch rates and then lower success rates and getting them to adulthood, I've just been kind of hesitant to do it. So when I saw these, saw that they were feathered but also still very young, and I knew I had a brooder full of meat chickens, I thought maybe this would be just the right circumstances to get my guinea flock here on the farm. Oh wow, they just caught a cricket that was running around here in the brooder. That is why guineas are so awesome, because I mean, even from, they've just been in a pen, but already they have the instincts to do things like forage. I mean, immediately catching insects in the brooder. I don't know if it's because chickens are just more domesticated than guineas are, but and bred to be domesticated, that, I mean, chickens will forage, they'll scratch and peck, but like when you have them in a brooder, they don't necessarily do that quite as instinctually. That like comes later. And for instance, like when you have chicks in a brooder, you can start feeding them kitchen scraps as long as they're big enough that they're not going to choke on things, you know, if you're giving them big pieces. But a lot of times you have to like train them that that's food. If they're only used to eating crumble, you put kitchen scraps in, they won't even mess with it. You have to introduce it to them and let them get used to it. And in my experience with guineas, and turkeys are kind of like this too, they just have more of that natural instinct to forage. With feeders full, and these guineas have been eating food, they're scratching through and finding insects in the brooder, which is really cool. Guinea fowl are incredibly obnoxious creatures. They're very loud. So this is 9. We have a really big property. I would say maybe like 9 is really a great number of a guinea fowl flock for us. Maybe I would go up to like maybe 15-ish, but more than that, they're just so stinking loud. But if you can get a flock and you can get them to adulthood where they will stay on your property, if you can get them like used to your property and get them small enough that they will stay. And if you don't live near a busy road where they will get out in the road and get run over, they're so good to have. They will keep rats, any rodents down. They will keep snake populations down. They help hugely with ticks and any sort of insects. They, for the most part, will leave a garden alone. They'll get in the garden, but they typically don't mess with the fruit in my experience. And so I'm really excited. Just as far as like having an overall sustainable farm, a guinea flock is a really great addition. So I'm excited to have them. Oh, hey there, Tilly. Hey, Ramona. Hey, sweet girls. Good morning. All right, some of our friends are having a garage sale this morning. That's actually what we got up to go do. And then I remembered the farmer's market, so we went by. I'm gonna go round my kids up and we're gonna go garage sailing. Oh, baby, waiting for us to return to him. Hey guys, it's later on the next evening and we're gonna walk out to the barn, peek in on the guineas. I checked on them multiple times since I put them in there and everything's fine, but I figured we would go take a look together. Y'all, look at Fraulein. She's huge. I can't believe how big she's gotten. I love that she's the same copper brown as Fern. Oh goodness, she's got something all over her face. Girl, you're a mess. Hey, cutie. You can come say hi? You're not sure about the camera? I'm really happy with how she's looking. Oh man, one of the hard things in having a farm, especially if you're gonna have a home dairy, because you have to continue breeding your animals to keep them in milk, is that you end up with babies that you get attached to and you just can't keep all of them. Hey girl. So I don't know if we will end up keeping Fraulein or not. We will keep her here and then breed her. We may potentially sell her as a bred heifer. I don't know. We have enough dairy cows already. Tilly and Ramona are also, they're old enough to breed, which they are St. Croix sheep. They'll be mamas, so they'll be breeders that we keep. What are you doing, Chips? Cats want to be right under your feet. And as I said, they are old enough now and big enough, but we've not been in any rush to get a ram because we're just frankly not in any rush to grow our sheep herd or flock. It's a flock when it's sheep. It's a herd when it's goats. I've had to learn the differences between sheep and goats because there are quite a few differences. Oh, hey, avocado. Hello. Oh, we're just lounging in here. It's hot, so they're all just laid out. Well, looks like everybody's in good shape. Getting along just fine. Cornish crosses at this age literally get visibly bigger every single day. It's crazy. Hey there. One of the pasture roosters seems to have gotten himself closed in the barn. What do you think is going to happen right now? Hey, Bosco. Oh, hi, Gabe. Haley. Oh, hey, Gabriel. Gabriel came because he heard an animal in distress. And of course, it is his job to keep animals from being in distress, so he has to come check it out if he thinks something is amiss. So as I mentioned yesterday, Maya had the farrier out because Haley had thrown a shoe. Oh, there's Paisley. Hey, girl. And because Lady was limping and we saw she had a sore on her foot, and it turns out that it had gotten infected. Lady is our old mare, which we got her thinking that she may be able to be rideable. It's kind of one of those situations Jeremiah actually went for this guy, and the lady who was selling him kind of shared the story with Lady, and Jeremiah was soft-hearted and ended up bringing her home also. We just recently learned that she's actually has gone blind in one of her eyes, which she's an old mare, and we're just gonna let her retire here. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions and just do what's best for the bottom line of the farm, but sometimes we end up being a little soft-hearted with the animals. Sometimes we make hard decisions. Sometimes we draw the line. But you know, we have our geriatric alpacas out here just living out their best life, and you know, we think Lady deserves a retirement where she's, you know, safe and cared for, even if she doesn't have like a really strong purpose here on our farm. And there's wiggle room for that, you know. I mean, we can't obviously do that every single time, but sometimes you can. And we've talked about it and decided that that's definitely what we're gonna do with her. Well, this ended up being a very animal-filled vlog, a part of our farm that I really love, that I don't always show a ton of. I'm trying to remember to bring my camera with me when I come out and do these things. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today and all the days that you do. I bless you. Until next time.